Okay, minasan konnichiwa. Okay, today I am going to uh, give you a short video about L10, Chapter 10 grammar. Okay, let me start our grammar session for Chapter 10. Okay, so this is what you are going to learn in Chapter 10. Okay, actually, mostly our topic in Chapter 10 is related to how to use word arimas and also imas. Okay, but you need to be careful. Okay, especially the word arimas. The word arimas we learning here in chapter 10 is different to what you already learned before in chapter 9. Okay, when you learn about word arimas in chapter 9, actually we use the word in order to express about our possession to something. Okay, the meaning is we want to say I have something. Kurumaga arimasu. I have a car. But what you are going to learn in chapter 10 is different thing. Okay, this is about saying existent. Okay, you want to say that there is something over there. Okay, that's why it's also important for you to recall back what you learned about how to say location in Japanese language using word soko, koko, asoko. What you we already learned in chapter, if I'm not mistaken, 4 or 5, when you learn Japanese communication 1, 1152 before this. Okay, so number 1 is related to arimas, number 2 imas, and number 3 again arimas, number 4 is imas. Well, number 1 and number 3 is quite similar. Number 2 and number 4 is quite similar. That's why you need to understand what is the difference. Basically, not so not a big difference in between them, but you need to be careful later on when you want to say about asking question. Okay, later on I explain to you in detail. Okay, so let we start our first grammar arimas. Okay, so as you can see here, okay, the first word is always related to a place. Okay, and then the second noun can be anything lah, and then after that you are using particular ga. That's why because we are using first noun related to place, the particle after noun place always need. Okay, and then here you want to say about existence. Okay, that's why you are using a particular ga before arimas. Okay, so sorry for my admission here. Okay, so let's say if you want to say there is a convenience store over there. Okay, asoko is something like over there. Okay, so there is convenience store over there. So asoko ni konbini ga arimasu. Okay, so you can see the arimas here is no more about possession. Be careful about this. Okay, asoko ni konbini ga arimasu. So if the location is far from both the speaker and also the listener, you need to use word asoko. Remember, recall back what you already learned before this. Okay, so actually here, okay, because ga, why we are using ga, because when you are saying about existence, usually you refer to the direct object. Okay, you can see the object is over there. That's why you are using particular ga in order to indicate the existence or presence of non-living thing or tree plants. Okay, remember. Okay. Meaning, okay, the main point in this sentence is actually about the object you want to say inside the sentence. Okay, uh, the kombini is actually the main object inside this pattern of sentence. Remember, I say this. Okay, object is the main point inside this sentence. Later on, when we are learning grammar 3 for today, okay, you can see the difference. Why I am saying this object is the main point for this sentence. Okay. Okay, another thing, okay, another example I can show to you here. Okay, let's say if you want to say there is a playground over there. Okay, asoko ni koen ga arimasu. So again, you are putting the object here, or object, or noun related to it can be considered a location or object lah, but here I am using the word object in order to put the difference between the another grammar you are going to learn in the third session today. Okay. Okay, and then let's say if you want to say there is a tree at the playground. There is a tree at the playground. Okay, simply you can put the word here, coin, and here you can put the object inside the coin playground. Okay, that's why just now I said to you, coin can be considered as object and also can be considered as location, because for here, okay, we consider it as maybe something like object inside the location. Okay, but here when you put when you bring a coin before particle need, now you consider coin as a location. Okay, because the pattern here, you can see the pattern here, the noun before particle need always above place. Okay, that's why you can see when you put the similar or same noun but in different location inside the sentence, we can consider in different type of noun we are using. Okay, either object or noun here, or place. Okay. Now another example. Okay, just similar. Okay, Jimu Shoni Pasukong Kalimah. You want to say there is a computer at office. Okay, so now you can see Pasukong is for object. Okay. Okay. Finish for a simple sentence, but now we are going to learn how to say position, much more in detail using word ue, migi, shita, hidari, naka meaning inside, soto meaning outside. Okay, so remember this diagram for later on when I explain to you about a sentence related to position. Okay, so let's say if you want to say the right side, the right to the window, mado no migi, the left to the window, mado no hide. So actually we are using particle no in between the noun and also the position. We consider the position is belong to the noun. Okay, remember we are using particle no when we are usually we are using particle no when we want to express about belonging. We already learned this grammar before this in Japanese communication 1152 before this. So remember, recall back, no is actually about belong to. So we consider the position here, migi, belong to the noun, the windows. Okay, so same case for all other things lah. Okay, and so now we look into this picture. So if you want to say the clock is right, the clock is right to the windows. Okay, so mado no migi ni toke ga arimasu. There is there is a clock right to the windows. There is a clock right to the windows. Okay, you can see here. Okay, another example. If you want to say there is there is an air condition above the windows. Okay, so mado no ue ni aircon ga arimasu. Okay, another example. If you want to say there is a chef beside to the windows. Okay, so in this case, okay, you can use word tonari. Tonari actually the meaning here is next or next door, or meaning here next lah, because we are speaking about inside the room. Okay, next to, meaning if you are not sure, okay, which side, and whether right side or left side, because actually when you are using word right or left, sometimes it can be confusing. Depend on the side the speaker and also listener facing. If the listener and speaker facing to the same direction, if you say right or left, it can be same. But let's say if the speaker and listener facing to each other, opposite direction, sometimes if you are using word right, it can be left to the listener. When you say left, it can be right to the listener. Okay, this is why you need to be careful. So in much better way, okay, like this, in order to be safe, you can also use word tonari. Tonari can be right, can be left. Okay, so either side. So Mado no tonari ni tana ga arimasu. Okay, remember. Okay, and then if you want to say there is there is vegetable inside the refrigerator. Okay, reizouko no naka ni yasai ga arimasu. Okay, and then if you want to say a lot of things, various things. Okay, reizouko no naka ni iroiro na mono ga arimasu. Okay, because you not sure which one to mention, just say iroiro na mono ga arimasu. Okay, now okay if you want to say front, okay, the cafe is located front to the front in front to the supermarket, right? Okay, so you want to say there is a cafe in front to the supermarket. In Japanese language, super no mae ni kissaten ga arimasu. Kissaten is a cafe. Okay, all right. Okay. Now we go to Q&A question. Okay, if you want to ask a question using arimasu, simple. Just simply put a ka after the arimasu ka. Okay, but the question is what the word you are using to asking question. Okay, the word is actually nani. Okay, sorry for the bad animation. Okay, 何がありますか？事務所に何がありますか？パソコンがあります。Okay. And then now you can see this is one of the vocabulary inside the list. Okay, chapter 10. Okay, hako. Hako is box. So you want to say there is nothing inside the box. Okay, there is nothing inside the box. If you want to say something like this, okay, first in order to ask a question, you can use the same question. Okay, hako no naka ni nani ga arimasu ka? Okay, but in order to answer nothing inside, okay, nani mo arimasen. For the question, sorry for the bad animation, later on I will fix it. Hako no naka ni nani ga arimasu ka? Nani mo arimasen. Okay, same case. Okay, reizouko no naka ni nani ga arimasu ka? Nani mo arimasen. Nothing. Okay, nothing inside. Okay, so here, ie no naka ni nani ga arimasu ka? Nani mo arimasen. Okay. All right. So this is actually what we already discussed in chapter 6 in our session before this 1152. How to put the pronunciation when you are asking question. Okay. Because usually in order to asking question like what, okay, are you are using this kanji even though you are still not learning this kanji. Why? Because in order to asking question, sometimes it can be nan, sometimes it can be nani. So much more better if you remember using this kanji, even though you're still not learning this kanji. Okay, so remember this rule. Okay, when you see the character tadana line, okay, inside the question, okay, for the particle, okay, if the particle after the word what is something coming from tadana line, you are using nan de ikimasu ka? Nan no hon desu ka? Okay, but if the particle after the kanji is actually from other than tadana line, you are using word nani. Okay, nani wa shimasu ka? Nani mo tabemasen. Remember this rule in chapter 6. All right. So now we move on to second grammar. Okay, second grammar is everything same what we learned in session before this. Okay, but now you are changing the word into imasu. Okay, why you are using word imasu? Because now you are dealing with living thing. Okay, people or animal. Actually, a plant or plant is actually included into non-living thing. You need to be careful about this. Yeah, the one included into living thing is only people or animal, including cat, dog, and so on. Okay, but for tree, okay, flower is included into non-living thing. Okay, so asoko ni neko ga imasu. There is a cat over there. Okay, so you are using imasu for this situation. Okay, 教室に学生がいます。There are students inside classroom. Okay, 教室 is classroom. Okay, 食堂にアリさんがいます。There is アリさん inside. There is アリさん at Shokudo, canteen. Okay. Okay. So in order to asking question also similar to in arimasu ka. Okay. In order to asking question, okay, actually you are putting a particle ka after the word imasu ka. Imasu. Okay. So the question becoming imasu ka. But the only thing different is now you are not using nani, okay, but you if the question is related to person, you are using word dare, okay, not nani, because you are asking about human. Okay, shokudo ni dare ga imasu ka? Ari-san ga imasu. Okay. So, 教室に誰がいますか? Okay, it's about answer. In session 1, we learn how to say nothing inside, right? Okay, 何もありません. Same case for います. If you see nobody inside the classroom, 誰もいません. Okay, you always remember when you are saying something negative form, いません、ありません、いません, usually we are using particle mo. If you see nothing, if you see nobody, okay, remember. Okay, we continue our session. Okay, for the short video. Okay, now we are looking into a third grammar. Okay, still we go back to arimasu, but now we are not using particle ga, but we are using particle wa inside the sentence. Okay, for the example, the sentence would be like this. Okay, Kinabaru-san wa Saba ni arimasu. Okay, Kinabaru-san wa Saba ni arimasu. Okay, actually, usually student always asking me, they say, what is the difference between the first, the grammar we learn first, the first one we learn today, and then one we are learning right now. Okay, actually, both is correct. Okay, you can also say, Saba ni Kinabaru-san ga arimasu. Correct. Grammatically, both is correct as long as you follow the rules. You can say, Kinabaru-san wa Saba ni arimasu. Saba ni Kinabaru-san ga arimasu. Okay, so what is the difference? Okay, actually, the difference is which one is the main topic inside the sentence. If you want to say about Kinabaru-san is main or main topic inside the sentence, okay, you can use what we learned before, okay. Saba ni Kinabaru-san ga arimasu, okay. But let's say if you want to put Saba as the main topic, Saba as the main topic inside the sentence, okay, you need to use sentence like this, okay. Kinabaru-san wa Saba ni arimasu, okay. Saba ni arimasu. Okay, so actually why we need to learn this kind of sentence, okay, actually is related to the asking question later on, okay. Actually is about the sentence is much more related to object or much more related to location, okay. If you are looking a sentence much more related to location, you are using this one. Later on I will explain to you when we are reaching asking Q&A section, okay. Right, so you can also say, if you want to know about location of Disneyland, Disneyland wa Chiba-ken ni arimasu. Okay, Chiba-ken is one of the prefecture in Japan, okay, beside to Tokyo. Okay, and Chiba-ken, here is Chiba-ken. All right, so maybe you want to also you also want to say Universal Studio, Universal Studio, okay. Universal Studio wa Osaka ni arimasu. Okay, Universal Studio located in Osaka, located at Osaka. Okay, so this is about the sentence we learn in third grammar. Okay, so this is the difference between the one we are learning right now and the one we learned before. Okay, here when we are reaching asking question, you are much more clear. Okay, so in order to asking location, actually we need to put question like this. Pasokon wa doko ni arimasu ka? Okay, pasokon wa doko ni arimasu ka? Okay, because when we are asking a question about location, we are using word doko. Okay, so when we are using word doko, the particle after that always ni. We cannot use ga. That's why we need to learn this pattern of sentence. Okay, it's actually this related to this asking question. This okay. Pasukon wa doko ni arimasu. That's why I told you earlier. When your focus is about object, you follow the first grammar, and when you focus on location, you are using current grammar. Okay. In order to answer the question, okay, jimusho ni arimasu. So when you asking question doko ni, the answer also must be ni. Okay. And then, okay, if you are looking into similar situation, but your focus is about the object, okay, the PC, okay. So, 事務所に何がありますか? So now your focus is on the object, 何が, not どこに, okay. That's why for this kind of question, you need to follow the first rule, because after nani, you cannot use particle ni, okay, and not cannot, but not in the right situation to use particle ni here, okay. So because this one is related to object, okay. So when you are asking question about object using nani, after that you need to use particle ga. That's why you need to follow the first grammar. 事務所に何がありますか? パソコンがあります. Okay, so finish for the third sentence, which means the fourth grammar also similar thing. Okay, is about which one is your main focus. Your focus on the person, or your main focus on the location. Okay, let's say if you want to say my family is living in America. 家族は、ニューヨークにいます。Okay? 家族はニューヨークにいます。You can also say ニューヨークに家族がいます。Both is correct. As I told you before this. ニューヨークに家族がいます。家族はニューヨークにいます。Both is correct. But as I told you, you need to thinking again in order to create in the sentence which one is your main topic. And if your main topic is about the family, then you need to consider about it as people. So when you are dealing with people, you need to follow the second grammar, because later on, in order to ask a question, you are using word dare. When you are using dare, you need to use particle ga, dare ga. Okay, dare ga imasu ka? ニューヨークに誰がいますか? Who is living in New York? Okay, but if your main focus is about the location, you need to follow this grammar, because in order to asking about question related to location, you need to use word doko, and then after doko, you need to use particle ni. 家族はどこにいますか? Where is your family? Okay, this is the difference. Okay, so same case. Okay, if you want to say Mira-san is right now, Mira-san is Mira-san at in front of train station. Okay, so it's the combination of position into the sentence. Okay, my ekino, my Mira-san wa eki no mae ni imasu. Mira-san now at in front of the train station. Okay, and then okay, you can also asking question like this. Okay, just now I already mentioned to you, if you want to asking the people, the okay, Ueno-san and then for the answer, 事務所にいます。So you can see the we are using this grammar if we want to mention more than one thing for the example. Okay, let's say if you see the picture like this, Okay, you can see a lot of things inside the classroom. Kyoshi ni isu ya sukuena doga arimasu. You can say in sentence like this. Meaning, okay, if you look into sentence like this, inside the classroom, not only about a chair or table, you can see much more than it. Okay, you can also see the blackboard, the duster, and so on. But if you want to mention all the thing, it's it can be a very long sentence. So in order to shorten the sentence, you ya and nado. Okay. So that's all for grammar 10. Okay. If you still not sure about all the thing we learned today, you can ask me later on inside our class for face-to-face session. Okay. That's all. Thank you. Sayonara. Bye.